All right, people. So I'm here with my celebrity moron of the week. So this week's award goes to uh, Seth Rogen here. So I pulled up his little Twitter account here. So apparently, this bodyguard, of course, Raw Story, one of the most liberal, disgusting news organizations on this planet, calls this guy a white nationalist. People just throw that word around, like crazy now. White nationalist, racist, sexist, etc. I mean, so they say bodyguard for white nationalists stabbed 9 times after pro-Trump rally, and he doesn't have health insurance. Um, so instead of actually researching for yourself, of course, mentally insane liberals like Seth Rogen and many other people just assume, oh, Raw Story said it must be true. But in fact, they don't. I read their article about this whole story. They don't provide any evidence to back up that fact that he is, in fact, a white nationalist. I mean, you can't just go out there and say somebody's a sexist or a racist and not provide any evidence. I mean, if you make that type of claim, you have to provide evidence if you're a legitimate news organization. I mean, you can't just go out calling people that without any proof. Especially something like that. That vulgar. I mean, it's one of the worst things you could accuse somebody of being. So, so yeah, he was stabbed, so he was in the hospital, and he didn't have health insurance. So Seth Rogen, being the compassionate liberal he is, tweets out, "Just so everybody knows, I'm not a white nationalist. I have not been stabbed 9 times, and I do not have health insurance." Responding to the news story here. So what a disgusting human being this Seth Rogen is. So he mocks. He chooses to mock this guy. Why? Because they have a different political belief. I mean, ridiculous. And like I said, they call people who support Trump white nationalist, alt right. Oh, if you're a so-called alt right that Hillary Clinton created, the whole term alt right, which is their term to demonize Trump supporters. Now, if you're part of the alt right, if you're a deplorable, then that automatically just means you're a racist, you're a white nationalist. And we don't have to provide any evidence to back up that fact. It's just true because the liberals and Hillary Clinton said it so it's infallible. So just disgusting here how Seth Rogen attacks somebody and mocks them right after they were attacked and they're in the hospital and they have medical bills piling up. I mean, this doesn't have to do with Republican or conservative, liberal or Democrat. This has to do with humans, and how we're supposed to, how we might have political differences, but we don't, if something like this happens, we don't wish bad upon them or we don't mock them for it just because we have a different political belief than them. I don't wish death upon liberals or Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. I don't wish death upon them. But, Seth Rogen mocking, this guy here who was unfortunately stabbed, probably going through a really tough time right now, just shows zero heart and zero compassion. And, Trump's tweets get all this coverage, and he's called the worst person ever because he tweets this joke about him beating up CNN in this wrestling video that's a parody. But, people like Seth Rogen can go on Twitter and mock stabbing victims, and it hardly gets any attention because, oh, it's liberal. And the tweet got 30,000 retweets and 93,000 likes. I mean, it just shows you how sad that is and how many people just mindlessly follow around, like sheep, and just, if a celebrity says it, it must be true. I will reference back to my last celebrity moron of the week, which was Johnny Depp, who said he was at somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he was at, but he's like, when's the last time an actor assassinated a president? And the crowd started cheering. They just follow along like sheep. If a celebrity says it, oh, it must be true. Just like if Hillary Clinton or the liberals say that somebody's a white nationalist, oh, it must be true. So just sickening, this whole story here. I mean, it just shows you how sickening some liberals are mocking people who got stabbed. I mean, it doesn't get any more low than this. So there you go, people.